This is my niece, Rhianna. She attends Malabar Secondary School. She's a Form 4 student and unvaccinated. They had no classes this morning. They were told to just type in that they were present in the team's profile, right? She's in Form 4. This is a critical time for her education. And I am very disturbed as to what is happening. Nothing has been put in place for unvaccinated children. Nothing.
Okay, you're not receiving any of the schoolwork through emails?
Anything like that.
Okay.
Right?
So
I want to know what is going on. What have I to do now? Do I have to pay for her to go to school? And who is going to recompense me for that?
Okay, so what did you...
They just said that the teachers have been segregated today and they cannot be in 2 places at once.
Alright, so why did you come to the ministry this morning?
I came to find out from the Minister of Education how my child is going to be taught, because nothing has been put in place for that.
Alright, and are there other parents with you?
Everybody have parents, everybody here.
All of you? Alright. Okay, so the gentleman who was just escorted off by police, who is he?
Yeah, that is Umar. Umar is heading an organization to actually lobby for the redress with respect to segregation. This is apartheid now. This is what it is. That's segregation among peers. Children are being asked to separate from their friends. Some are being asked to stay at home, and those are the unvaccinated children. But the science has come to a full stop. The science has come to a full stop. It cannot continue its lies and deceit. We are here today as parents. My child is in Form 5, a science student. And when is she going to do her SBAs? My child made it clear to me I am not going to be vaccinated because this is an experimental drug. We are saying we have a right. We as parents have a right to stand for our children and to demand that no experimental drug be used on them. According to the United Nations and our constitutional rights, it is being infringed. Today a man walked into the government office. He was searched. He had a brown envelope in his hand, and 6 police officers running out and grabbed him like a dog and took him away. Another gentleman was just speaking to his friend. He too was detained and was taken away. When is this oppression going to stop? Under the state of emergency, we cannot come out with placards and protest. We came out here today to the Ministry of Education to ask for answers. We have a right to come to any government office and ask for answers. Why our children are not being allowed in schools? This is very, very wrong. We are standing up. We are saying no. We have sent in a pre-action protocol letter to demand answers. We are waiting on a response.
That was the content
Children
of the letter?
today are being oppressed in this country. The little children, they are being oppressed. The next move is under 12 years old, you're going to vaccinate those kids? You all are monsters. Terrence Dialsing and your whole band are monsters. And I am calling on the opposition. I'm calling on the opposition today to do your job. Stand up for our people. Stand up for our people. We want you to do your job. We will not sit down. And we are not afraid. We are not afraid of this madness that took place here today. We will come back. And we will come back again and again. We want our children to be protected. Those who have vaccinated themselves, we have no problem with you. That's your choice. But we are not going to allow our children to be treated like slaves. Apartheid was finished, and it is not going to happen in this country.
Okay, can you explain to me why you don't trust the vaccine?
I am a science person. The vaccine is experimental. The whole world got scared, and there's this big illusion of everybody going to die. That is not true.
Between the 8th of June, right, to the 10th of July, you had 341 deaths after the first jab. Okay? Everybody saw that? Everybody saw that video? Yes. Trotman said it, right? And you had Dr. Hyde clearing it up. Clear up the dates, right? 341 died after the first jab. Now, he's the same one that said the COVID death is not a cause of reporting. Oh, this is thinking in, right? The COVID death is not a cause of reporting. So if you fall from a ladder in Tobago and you test positive, COVID kill you, right? You die from a heart attack, COVID kill you. All we want to know is this one question. The 341 that died after the first jab, okay? It's not the vaccine killed them, right? Tell us how many died after they take the vaccine in this country. Because Australia was just brought down. All this went on in Australia, right? 58 deaths. And their government gone to the 58 deaths. They start asking questions. Why 58 of our people died after the first jab? We have 341 dying. And no one saying nothing? Trinidad, time to wake up. Time to wake up.
Yeah, hi.
Tell us how much people died
From the jab.
after they take the vaccine. Forget it's not a cause of reporting you're doing. If they take the jab and they die, we want a report. Give it us. Give it us. Give it us. And then come and tell us, bring our children now. If you can't give us that, don't ask for our children now, okay?
Look,
That's my take.
hi. I am Dr. Sirap. I'm also a very concerned parent. I'm one of the members of Responsible Parents TT, the Responsible Parents Group. What I can tell you is that under no circumstance will I vaccinate my children. My children are 8 and 3. And the reason for that is because, please, if Trinidad and Tobago could please wake up. The data for this particular vaccine, you can access it online. You can go to Google Scholars Frank Jr. et al. Effectiveness of the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine in children. You will see that it was conducted, this trial was conducted on 1,130 patients. They were given, this is persons between the ages of 12 and 15. A very small number of children were given this vaccine and they were followed up for about 4 months. About half of those patients were not followed up beyond 2 months. I want you to understand that the data for this vaccine efficacy and safety in children is extremely low. It is extremely low. There is absolutely no pediatric COVID-19 emergency in children. Let me repeat that again. There is no pediatric emergency in children. There's an emergency in adults, and we can understand why there can be an emergency use approval in adults, but there is no justification for the children. And what we don't know, after if you only have about 4 months of safety data, you have 4 months of efficacy data, it means that we do not know what is going to happen, how the vaccine is going to function with any other variant beyond Delta. We have no clue. So what we are seeing here is that they are force vaccinating our children. The government is making its intention bare that is going to try to force vaccinate the children under 12 years, and they're going to try to get it even under 5 within a few months. And I'm telling you that this vaccine is not similar. It is not in any way similar to the vaccines like the measles, mumps, rubella, or polio, or any of the other vaccines in the past, because it is very leaky. It is very leaky and it is not stopping transmission. So if it does not stop transmission and the children are at extremely low risk of morbidity and mortality with COVID, what then is justification? What is the justification for vaccinating these children? Let the data mature for about 2 to 3 years. Let us make sure we have very robust safety testing before we take this to the kids. Do you understand that? So there is no justification. There's no clinical justification, no trial. Go to the site, Frank Jr. et al. Frank, F-R-E-N-C-K. That is the Pfizer trial for children. It is very, very short. The safety data does not exist. There is no justification for vaccinating these children. Yeah? Thank you.